During this decade, R&B and urban music developed with the incorporation of new styles, and teen pop and electronic music continued to be popular. But it was rock in its various forms, specifically grunge, alternative, and punk, that really dominated the period. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 musical acts of the 1990s. For our series on the top 10 musical acts per decade, we've based our choices on a mix of an act's success, popularity, and overall musical legacy. This is part of a series of videos spanning the decades of music from the 1950s to the 2000s. Number 10, Beastie Boys. First formed as a hardcore punk band, the group of white musicians broke the mold when they became a successful act in the mostly black-dominated genre of hip-hop. While the 80s were very kind to them, hits like Sabotage and Intergalactic paved the way for a very successful decade in the 90s. Which included 2 #1 albums. Their rap-rock blend also influenced late 90s artists such as Rage Against the Machine, Sublime, and Eminem. Number 9, Alanis Morissette.
I know the version of me. Is she perverted like me? Would she go down on you in a theater?
This Canadian artist made the final cut because she released a tiny little album called Jagged Little Pill.
'Cause the love that you gave that we made wasn't able to make it enough for you to be open wide.
You know, the one that sold over 30 million units around the world, spent 12 weeks atop the Billboard 200 albums chart, and spawned 3 top 10 Hot 100 hit singles.
It's like rain on your wedding day.
Her follow-up, supposed former infatuation junkie, was another chart topper 3 years later.
Thank you, Providence. Thank you,
Thanks to all her success, the queen of alt-rock angst also helped launch the wave of female artists in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Thank you, silence, yeah. Everybody, yeah. Rock your body, rock.
Number 8, the Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet's back, all right.
Surprised? You shouldn't be. This boy band from Orlando was huge and practically inescapable this decade.
Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
Howie, Nick, AJ, Brian, and Kevin's harmonies assaulted the pop charts and were indisputably the peak of the boy band craze that hit the 90s like a storm.
Quit playing games with my heart,
Selling over 130 million albums around the world and charting 6 top 10 singles, they completely overshadowed rivals like NSYNC, Hanson, and 98 Degrees.
Quit playing games with my heart.
Number 7, Oasis.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you.
One of the most successful acts to come out of the Britpop movement, troublemaking brothers Liam and Noel Gallagher still make successful music in the UK today, albeit separately.
And after all, you're my Wonderwall.
But their American moment of glory was undoubtedly during the alt-rock dominated 90s.
Slip inside the eye of your mind. Don't you know you might find a better place to play.
Big hits like Wonderwall and Don't Look Back in Anger ignited their Beatles-inspired rock on the charts. Paving the way for more success in the years to come, until their breakup in 2009. Number 6. Shania Twain. Another genre that was huge in the 90s was country music.
But that won't keep me warm in the middle of the night. That don't impress me much.
And while we can't forget Garth Brooks and the millions of albums he sold,
The thunder rolls and the lightning strikes.
we chose this Canadian singer because of her immense popularity, not only on the country charts, but the pop charts as well.
You're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to.
With her catchy, melodic, female-empowering songs, Shania found crossover success like few before her, while 1997's Come On Over became the highest-selling album of all time by a woman.
Come ahead, do what I dare.
All this success and only 4 studio albums under her belt.
Man, I feel like a woman.
Number 5. Metallica.
Say your prayers, it's a one. Don't forget my son to include everyone.
After polishing up their edgy 80s sound for mainstream audiences, this heavy metal band really brought things home during the next decade with 3 #1 albums.
Open mind for a different view, and nothing else matters.
Most notable, perhaps, is their legendary self-titled record, or the Black Album, which produced multiple songs that became the core of their live shows for the next few decades.
Never free, never me. So I dubbed the Unforgiven.
Do Enter Sandman, Nothing Else Matters, and The Unforgiven ring any bells? Enough said. Number 4. The Notorious B.I.G.
To all the ladies in the place with style and grace, allow me to lace these lyrical douches in your bushes, who rock grooves and make moves with all the mommies.
Nicknamed Biggie Smalls, this Brooklyn-born rapper was the driving force behind East Coast hip-hop and their never-ending battle with their West Coast counterparts.
I love it when you call me Big Poppa. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player.
If Tupac had the lyrics, Biggie had the flow and brought it in every song.
Sicker than your average, Poppa twist cabbage on instinct. Just don't think, stink big gators. My Detroit players, Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn.
Less than 3 weeks after his murder, the Notorious B.I.G.'s classic record Life After Death stormed to the #1 position on the Billboard 200 and cemented his legend.
Girls want to us, wanna do us, screw us, who us? Yeah, Poppa and Pump.
Meanwhile, Hypnotize and Ready to Die's Juicy have become inextricable from rap history.
I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know.
From the police, that's right. Mama catch me put
Number 3. Tupac Shakur.
And even as a crack fiend, mama, you always was a black queen, mama. I finally understand for a woman it ain't easy trying to raise a man.
Biggie's one-time friend and eventual nemesis also had a profound impact on hip-hop and, more specifically, West Coast music.
You all appreciate it. And dear mama,
He's still referred to as one of the most important figures of the genre, helping to advance it with his skills as an MC, his flow, and more.
but I've been driven by a track in a strong way. Your body is banging, baby. I love it when you're flown it. Time to give it to daddy. Now tell me how you roll it.
tackling social issues, he found a way to relate to people and yet still rap in a thoughtful and intelligent manner.
Out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. Soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing hoochie screaming.
Sometimes known as Machiavelli, Tupac further made his mark with All Eyes on Me, as it became not only one of the biggest-selling rap albums of all time, but also one of the decade's most highly regarded.
From Oakland to Sacktown, the Bay Area and back down. Cali is where they put they Mac down. Give me love.
Number 2, Mariah Carey. The 90s were really an amazing time for the singer nicknamed Mimi. Thanks to over a dozen chart-topping singles, she soon became Columbia Records' best-selling act. She also set a record with her Boyz II Men duet, One Sweet Day, which topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 16 weeks, a feat not yet matched by any other artist. Her influence was huge, with every other pop diva trailing behind her.
And you'll finally see the truth, that a hero lies in you.
Today, she has 18 #1 singles to her name and an unmatched vocal range that's since inspired countless artists.
And in time you'll find the way.
Before we unveil our pick for top musical act of the 1990s, here are a few honorable mentions.
Some of those that work forces draw the same that burn crosses. Killing in the name of.
Don't speak, I know just what you said. So please stop explaining. Don't tell me 'cause you heard. Tell me body down and what it's all about. Tell me body down and zig a zig.
Number 1, Nirvana. Once upon a time, a musical revolution called grunge took over the radio airwaves, music video stations, and pop culture. That time was the 1990s. While many bands like Pearl Jam and Soundgarden contributed to the genre's explosion, none of them had the impact of this three-piece led by the late Kurt Cobain. This Seattle-based trio created some of the messiest and most contagious alt-rock in music history. More specifically, with the unexpected success of Nevermind. Meanwhile, Cobain became known as the voice of a generation and helped craft a music legacy that still resonates today. Do you agree with our list? Who's your favorite musical act of the 1990s? For more music top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.